Hi, welcome to the next episode of Tattoos, Tips and Tricks. In this episode, we're going to talk about consultations. I wanted to make this episode as a way of kind of an introduction into my consultation process. My consultation process is very quick. I am very honest, I'm very transparent, and frankly, I cut through the shit. I cut through it and say, hey, this is what I'm about, this is what we're doing, and I want to get through it as quickly as I can. I want to get that information, and I want to get you scheduled, and I want to get you tattooed. But there are some things I would like you to understand. The first thing is I'm an artist first and a tattooer second. So when you come to visit me, you are basically commissioning me to design you a piece of art, and that will ultimately be tattooed. My mission is to do personal and unique designs. I don't want to do the same thing over and over and over again. I will, because at the end of the day I do have a job to do, I do have a family to feed. But if I can achieve something that's personal and unique that's never been done, and not only that, take your design or take why it is you're wanting tattooed and make something special of it, and not do what everybody else has done. The process that I do that is whatever your concept is, why ever you're getting tattooed, I'm going to ask you why. And we're going to start peeling back those layers of the onion behind your concept and your feelings. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to extract stories from you that will ultimately be correlated into images to create a wonderful piece of art for you that I can tattoo. And so what I do is I ask why, and I cut through and I ask some really hard questions. Sometimes why is the only question I need to ask to really dig into somebody. I will dig into you, but that's because I want the truth and I want real information, and I want some awesome stuff to deal with. A good example of that is I had someone come in and ask me for a infinity symbol. I asked her why, and she said it's for my grandma. And I said why? And she said because I'm gonna love her forever. And I said okay, well instantly I think it's a tattoo, so it's already forever, so you're basically saying forever forever. And she kind of giggled and she asked me, well, what would you do? And I said, well, I don't know. Tell me about your grandma. What is your fondest memory? And she went on to tell me this story about these blueberry muffins and how they tasted, how they smelled, how they felt, the size of them, everything about them. They sounded amazing. And I was like, dude, let's do a blueberry muffin. And that's the kind of thing. That's an example, and whether you have a loved one that passed away or someone who's still with you and you just want to commemorate them in your life because you admire them, or even things that are like, hey, when I'm having a bad day, I get sushi, so I want some sushi tattoos because that brings me a lot of joy. That's what I want to do. I want to commemorate moments of joy and happiness, which leads into my other point. And this is something that some people get upset with me about. But I want, just bear with me for a moment, is cancer ribbons. And I know a lot of people have kind of taken something bad and tried to turn it into a good, but I feel that if you're going to be marking your body permanently forever, let's celebrate life, not memorialize death. Don't memorialize sadness. Let's try to celebrate life. And so let's say your grandma passes away from breast cancer. And those of you who have had that happen, I'm sorry. But there's more to your grandma or your mom or anybody else dealing with cancer. There is more to that person than their cancer. And they have lived a life of adventure and joys, and special moments, and especially with you, like the moments with you that you can share, because this tattoo is about you too, so it can't be just all about them. It has to be about you because you're the one that's got to wear it. So that's the kind of thing that I think of. It's like, is your grandma cancer? Is it the cancer? Is that what she was all about? Or was she all about Matlock, you know? Or was she all about having a nice glass of lemonade and eating watermelon in the summertime or something, you know? Like, what were her joys? What is your grandma's blueberry muffin? So those are the kind of the processes. I ask why. I dig and I dig and I dig until I extrapolate the stories and those images and create a beautiful tattoo. Another great example, I had a lady come in. She had lost her son. And it was a really sad story. And she had some ideas, and I asked her why. And like she wanted a pocket watch, and I asked her why. And she didn't really have an answer. I mean, she gave me some answers, but it was just why. And she got frustrated with me. And she was like, well, if you don't want to do my tattoo, then I can go to somebody else. And I was like, no, that's not it. I'm making a permanent mark on your body. I want to make sure it's the right thing. I want to make sure that we're celebrating your son's life and celebrating the things that you love about him. I want you to look at your tattoo and smile. She left. A few days later, she had texted me and said, I don't know why I didn't think about this, but he loves music. He plays the trombone, and he had this thing with t-shirts with cats on them, and she has one that he would always try to steal. And I was like, dude, that's amazing. And I said, well, what do you think about doing a cat playing a trombone, wearing a t-shirt kind of like the ones he would wear? And she was like, oh man, that would be so awesome. And I ended up drawing two versions, one as a cat playing a trombone, wearing a t-shirt, and then another one with wings, with these really faint blue wings on him to kind of commemorate his passing. And I said, either way you want to go with these, you know, you can decide. I'm down with either one. And she was like, I love the one with the wings. Let's do it. So those are some ideas, you know, and like I said, you don't have to always have to commemorate something. You don't even really have to commemorate. I mean, in the end, you really don't even have to have meaning behind your tattoo. You can just say, I think it's cool. But whatever it is you're thinking, I want you to understand, I want to make it cool. If I peel back those layers of that onion and we find some stories and we find some images and I throw out some rough sketches at you or something and you're like, dude, I'm just not feeling it. I kind of like this idea most. That's okay. I want you to understand that that's okay. You can tell me to buzz off and say, nah, man, I'm really digging this. What can you do with this design to make it dope? And I will do that too. It's like I said, it's the levels of priority. It's, you know, my levels of priority is artwork, integrity to the artwork, making the client happy, and then make money. Of course, get paid. Everybody's got to get paid. So that's why I ask why and try to extract some cool images, because I want to do something cool. I want to do something personally unique. If you don't dig that, that's okay. Whether you do or you don't, I'm going to make you happy. And then once you're happy, I get paid, you get a tattoo, and we're friends. And I try to treat all my customers like they're my friend. I value everybody. So hopefully that kind of gives you a leg up on that. If my video is confusing, or if you think I should throw some stuff in here, this is the second video in a series, and I'm just learning how to do this video thing. So if you have some ideas, shoot me a message, or when you come in for the consult, give me some ideas on how to make this better. Please visit the website for any portfolio information, contact information for the studio I'm at, and we can go from there. I hope to see you soon. I hope this video gives you a leg up and kind of gives you a head start before you even come to see me. Gets those ideas pinballing around your brain, and we can get a head start on it. And I hope to hear from you. I hope to hear that you were like, yo, I watched your video. I made a list of ideas for what I want tattooed. Let's come up with something awesome. I'll have some more videos up soon talking about all kinds of other things. I hope to see you soon. And this is Adam Godwin, your friendly neighborhood tattooer. Pew, pew, pew!